Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Please continue to get your green gear 25% off. Promo code Jericho1, all caps, and the number 1. So, guys, girls, I keep looking for the footage of Mayor Splinter, Lori Lightfoot, the mayor of Chitcago, aka America's shooting range. I keep looking for footage of her crying, but I can't find it. And the reason I think she should be crying is because there was a young couple that was murdered this weekend for the Puerto Rican Day Parade. 24, 25 years old. Yasmin Perez and Giovanni Arzuaga. Parents of 2. High school sweethearts, the whole 9. And so they got into a little fender bender. They get out, to exchange information, not to die. And this pack of fucking savages descends on them. They start beating her up. He jumps on top of her to protect her. There's footage. I'll put a link in the description box. They're jumping him. And you can see where, you can't hear anything, but you can see where everybody kind of jumps back. So that must have been when they shot her. And then some punk piece of shit comes around the car, leans in and shoots him in the neck. He died on the scene, or he died that night. And then she died yesterday. 24, 25 years old, struck down in the prime of their life. Parents of 2. One of their kids is going to be celebrating their first birthday on Friday. And then there's a picture of the couple together. One of their other kids, the older one, she must be 5 or 6 years old. So here you go. Mom and dad are dead because there was an environment that has been nurtured for violence, that cultivates violence. But the mayor did come out and say that they were going to hunt down the people who did this. But I didn't see her crying. She was crying when that 13-year-old gang member got killed, Lil Diablo, because he pulled a gun on a cop at 2 o'clock in the morning. She cried over that. She said, I have a 13-year-old at home too. Well, I guess she doesn't have a 24, 25-year-old at home because she shed no tears for them. And of course, no tears for the 7-year-old, the 9-year-old, the 13-year-olds that just keep getting gunned down in Chicago. But she says that it's from stolen guns. These guys are going into homes and stealing the people's guns. But Chicago has some of the strictest gun laws in the country. So where are they stealing the guns from? Because it's so damn hard for law-abiding citizens to purchase them. The only people that purchase them the right way. So where are they stealing these guns from? Because it's hard as shit for a regular person to get one. But I guess they go the same place every other criminal goes. The streets. These gun laws are strict. You're handcuffing your citizens and they can't protect themselves. The police are mostly a reactionary force. They are called in after shit happens or after shit starts to happen. More often than not, they show up after the fact. So it would be best for us, it would behoove us to protect ourselves. But it's hard to do when you have people like that in charge, putting these ridiculous gun laws in place. Don't stop the criminals, though. Judging by the numbers, judging by the murder rate, the criminals have zero problems getting their hands on guns. That's who murdered this couple this weekend. But I didn't see any tears. But hey, like I said, the last video I did talking about somebody getting shot in Chicago, this is just the beginning. This is early summer. It just became officially summer. It's about to get hot in more ways than one. They are up more than 200 murders from this point last year. 200. There's only 365 days in a damn year. That's more than a murder a day. They said an apple a day keeps the doctor away. What does a murder a day do? Man. Oh, and before I delve even deeper, let me give a shout out. I got to give a big shout out to Jim and Beth in Mesa, Arizona. Shout out to you both. I appreciate the support. I hope that life keeps smiling upon you. Thank you very much, you guys, down there in Mesa, Arizona, where I know it is hot as shit. Oh, man. Arizona in the summer? Man, nobody even cooks inside. Just take all your stuff out to the sidewalk. But I appreciate the love, you guys. Something else I wanted to talk about. So remember when they pulled the All-Star game, the MLB All-Star game from Georgia. Why would they do that? Because Georgia is racist and it's reflected in its voting laws. They have the audacity to require people to have identification to vote, right? Isn't that crazy? You need ID for every damn thing else, but one of the most important things that is shaping the face of our nation, picking our leaders, and I use that leaders very loosely, but shaping the landscape of our country. Nah, you don't need to come on in. No. It don't matter where you live, where you're from. It doesn't matter. No, just come on in and vote. Come on in and pull the lever. Come on in and do something that people have died for you to have the ability to do. No, keep your ID at home. Besides, black people, we can't get ID any damn way. So it doesn't matter to us whether you require it or not. We can't get it. What everybody say? We can't figure it out. We get the paperwork and what do we do with it? What do we do with this application? We don't understand. I don't get it. Asshole. So anyway, they pulled the All-Star game from Georgia because of its racist voting laws. What did he say? This is Jim Crow 2.0. This is Jim Crow on steroids, man. That's what he said. And then Stacey Abrams, her dumbass, she said this was Jim Crow 2.0. Well, guess what happened? Because, the Democrats, they go with the wind. They go whichever way the wind blows. So now they're agreeing with the voting laws that have the requirement for ID in them. She came out saying that she supports those laws. So wait a minute. What would Nate Dogg say? Hold up. A couple months back, you're saying that this is Jim Crow 2.0. Jim Crow. Whites only, blacks only. You can't marry them. You can't eat here. You can't stay here. All that shit. You got to go over here. You got to go over there. You're telling me that this voting law in 2021 was that on steroids? Was that but the newer, meaner version? The newer, more racist edition? Now, 3 months later, it's cool. All right, we'll accept that. Just like Kamala, the Ugandan nightmare, remember she called Biden a racist. She said she used to get bused to school in California because of men like him. Now they share office together. What did she say? That was just a debate. That was just a debate. They do this shit all the time. It's nothing new. But when are we going to hold them accountable for this shit? A few months ago, this is Jim Crow on steroids. Now it's cool. So where is it? You guys keep moving the goalposts. 1 minute it's the worst thing we ever seen. The next minute, all right. How do you do that? Are these fools even human? If you open them up, they're just going to be a bunch of circuit boards and wires. Are these people even human? How do you do that shit? How do you come out saying some of the most worst, hurtful shit ever about this country, and a few months later, no, that's cool. Yeah, we'll go along with that. We'll just sign it into law. But it was a Jim. I don't understand. So they must not be human. But I'll tell you who is human. Oh, boy. Shout out to Patricia Dixon, because the first time I saw this, I was on my YouTube feed, And a picture of this came up. So I don't know if they're just scrapping the whole Victoria's Secret Angels idea altogether. Like all those models are going to get fired and this is the new crew, or this is just something they're trying out. But they got a collection of the roughest looking chicks you've ever seen on, I don't know if it's a cover of a magazine, some photo shoot. A couple of them look like they probably used to play linebacker for somebody's football team. You got this weird ass ginger looking bowl cut fool on the end. And these are supposed to be the new models. They're getting away from the Angels. I don't know. And then sticking her dumbass head in is Megan Rapinoe. You know, the purple-haired dumbass from the women's soccer team who couldn't beat a bunch of kids who weren't even old enough to drive themselves to the damn match. Look that up. Got beat by a bunch of 14 and 15-year-old boys, and you want the same as professional men. Shut your face. So now these chicks are supposed to be representing Victoria's Secret. Victoria's Secret. The Victoria's Secret. See, the reason people like to look at those pictures and the reason people go to watch movies is because they want to see people doing shit that they can't do. They want to go see that. Every guy is not Jason Statham. Every woman is not, I don't know, insert beautiful actress here. So we go to watch people who are, who can do things that we can't, who look how we don't. People don't look at Victoria's Secret to see themselves. They want to look at these beautiful, pretty supermodels and their tiny little bras and all that shit. We don't all look like that. We're not all models. We're not all action stars. We're not all pro athletes. That's what makes them special. They can do that kind of shit that we can't. So when you flip the pages of a magazine, you're not trying to see somebody that you look better than. These women look like straight garbage. Why are you putting them on this platform? They are not models. There's nothing wrong with looking the way that they look, but don't put them in the frame of a model. Don't put them in that model box. That's not where they go. But no, everybody, everything, everybody. Everybody gets everything. Everybody's beautiful. Everybody's this. No, we're not. Remember the word special? Don't try to take that word away. Special is good. This looks fucking terrible. What are you doing? Now, if you go out and start your own modeling agency, your own bra and panty empire, you will have people's respect and you will be taken seriously. But you can't hijack something that somebody else created. That's Victoria's Secret. This is what Victoria's Secret employees look like. You want to go name it something else? Regular chick modeling dot whatever? Fine. But don't jam yourself into this little tiny model box. It does not work that way. You do not belong there, and it's okay. We don't belong everywhere. We don't deserve every damn thing. We don't all get a trophy. And again, you start your own shit and we go into it knowing that this is what we expect, fine. But don't tell me Victoria's Secret and then show me this. That's not fair. That's not right. And there's nothing wrong with somebody that disagrees with that. Those are not supermodels. They are not. There's a lot of things that I do not know, people. I know this. Those are not supermodels. And that's okay. Now, let me get back to my wrapping up my state mandated meal period. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho.